Hello everyone, I'm the Nefarious Reader and welcome to my channel where we read deliciously. So, because my birthday was yesterday, I decided to go ahead and soft open my booktube channel and show you kind of like what I'm currently reading this week, or what I plan to read, or hopefully finish. So salute to your health. No last of my tea, unfortunately. Why is the tea always gone? All right. Let's start off with this urban fantasy, Plague World. This is the third and final in the Ashley Parker series, and this is by Dana Fristetti. This is set in a world where the zombie virus is alive and well, and our main character, Ashley Parker, gets bit by a zombie, and she becomes a wild card. What is a wild card? It's someone that's immune to the zombie virus. That doesn't mean she can't be killed, but rather that she's just immune. That's the word I'm looking for. Immune to the plague. So she teams up with a paramilitary secret society. What a mouthful, right? To control the spread of the virus. And that's where all of the series takes us from the very first novel, which is Plague Town. Alrighty. Next up, I have Love Always Wild by A.M. Johnson, which is an M.M. romance. It is a second chance secret relationship. The main characters are Wilder and Jax, and Wilder and Jax were in a relationship in college, and all of a sudden Jax disappears. Doesn't say boo, disappears, takes off, can't checks out of college. Wilder has no idea what happened to him, or why he didn't even leave him so much as a note. Many years later, they find each other again, and it's the second chance at what exactly happened. As for Jax, something happened. His father died, and his brother had a brain injury, and he just didn't come back, and we see what happens from there. It's actually really good. It's also a bit of an epistolary novel, except for it's not letters, it's emails between Jax and Wilder, and go from there. I'm going to be finishing it real soon, actually. Up next is a novel that I got from a recommendation from Oh Hey It's McKay, which is Take Me With You by Nina G. Jones. One thing I don't like about this cover, I have to admit, is that the letters, some of the letters are very close to the colors of the cover itself. So what I mean is, like, it's really hard if you can't see that's text. I can barely read that. There's no contrast, and you have to have really good lighting to see it, which is a good thing I read the first chapter online, and the synopsis, what's on the back, also online, because I cannot see this. Alright, anyways, what this is a stalker romance. Now, here's the thing. I have a slight caveat with stalker romances. One is that, okay, for every other novel, every other type of fiction, I have no problem with fiction being fiction and suspending my disbelief at the door. The only difference is stalker / serial killer romances. Yes, I realize they are not realistic. However, if there's not just a little bit like, he could potentially kill me, he is dangerous and not good for me. I think one thing is that is toxic romances in real life are dangerous as hell. In fiction is a place to safely explore the dynamics of really toxic, absolutely would not in real life relationships. So I'm making that also as a caveat. But the pinnacle for like stalker slash serial killer romances for me is Hannibal. It's kind of like my guiding thing, what I judge every other, specifically serial killer, but also stalker romances on. If there's not at least a little bit of like, I already said that, didn't I? Okay, moving on. Hannibal, the TV show. Okay. That's my guiding light. That's my absolutely the pinnacle. So, spoilers from now on. In Hannibal, it's an MM, but in Hannibal, Hannibal guts Will, puts him in jail, or rather the insane asylum, nearly eats, not only threatens to eat his brains, starts to cut his scalp off. Okay, don't forget that happened. And kills their adopted daughter. And this part is not for kills, it's for adopted, because she wasn't actually adopted. They just felt responsible for her, which is totally wild, but I digress. And what does Will do to Hannibal? Well, he disappoints him. It's part of the reason why he was so pissed off. But besides that, he sees him. He sees him for what he is, and by seeing him, puts Hannibal in danger. Is there a question as to who's the bigger predator? Absolutely not. We know that Hannibal is the bigger predator, by and large. Okay. But let's put it this way. Did you see the scene where he knew Will was in danger? He thought Will had already died or was currently in the process of dying. When he kills Tobias, okay, he gets attacked in his office. He manages to kill that slightly annoying character that follows him to the cheese store. Stalks him, by the way. Stalks Hannibal. Wild. He kills Tobias, right? And he sits down and he's like actively in mourning for Will. When he sees Will come in, because Will is scared for Hannibal, and when Hannibal sees Will, it's like he finally can breathe again. That's what serial killer romances should be. When he realizes that when he actually puts the character, the female, the male character, whatever, in danger, and realizes, oh no, I don't actually want her to die. It's okay to put her in danger as long as I can actively save her. That is a serial killer romance. And if it's not that, I'm sorry, it's wrong. Just my opinion. But I have high hopes for this because it looks like, unlike Hunting Adeline, that he's not a good person. He's not trying to be a good person. He's not like a good person on the side away from view. No, he's very much not. And I know that this doesn't end well, but I'm hoping it's really, really good, and the ride will be fantastic, I hope. So, that was Take Me With You. But I also have, talking about serial killers, Rachel Kane by Kilman Creek. Now, This is a mystery thriller, and so not a romance. Yes, it also involves serial killers. Not a romance, though. She's not running, she's not hiding, she's hunting. So she's going to hunt back. Oh, okay, wait. The first one is still House Lake. And the very first chapter, so I'm not really spoiling anything, starts off with her coming home with her children to find that a car ran into their garage, broke up in their house, essentially. And there's cop cars everywhere, all kinds of stuff. And it turns out they're not really concerned about the car. They are, however, concerned about the fact that there was a woman hanging in the garage. So they really think that she has something to do with it. She had no idea. It's only on looking back on things that happened during their marriage that she's like, yeah, I see it now, not then. So she's on the run. She gets accused of being an accomplice, to which they find out that really she wasn't. She had absolutely no idea. She was not there when anyone was abducted. Nothing. She didn't help him whatsoever. So the public backlash is endangering her children, so she's on the run. That's Still House Lake. Something happens at the end of Still House Lake that is a cliffhanger, and that's where we pick up in Kilman Creek. Gwen Proctor won the battle to save her kids from her ex-husband, serial killer Melvin Royal, and his league of psychotic accomplices. But the war isn't over. Not since Malcolm, and leave it because I'm not going to spoil it. Not since Malcolm. So Malcolm is doing something, but that's apparent. I think this would make a great TV show, by the way. I read the first book in literally one night. I ate it up. So I can't actually wait to get into that one. And so that's where I'm going to leave you. Hopefully you read lots and enjoy. And don't forget, read deliciously.